Okay, continued on Analysis Exam 1 2019. It's page 31 on your Analysis practice exam. So we just talked about kin and we said this one I went through in key discovery and I showed two different elements, right? Okay, Lavoisier did a reaction on this, oxidized the team. Okay, and then
Yeah, that's what the hairpins.
yeah, okay. This time phosphate. I'll show you phosphate. PO4 with 3 minus. That's one of I got this time. Okay, tin. Okay. By the way, it's positive 4. Are we good with this? Because that's a 4. Okay, and then phosphate is PO4 with 3 minus. Okay, PO4 with 3 minus. Okay. So this should be Are we good with that? Okay.
So you basically just crisscross the charges.
Not all of them, just crisscross. There are exceptions, but I will say in some of the places they teach in a way use the LCM, the what's that list of common
Multiple.
Yeah, some people use that. Okay, there are scenario it's not just cross. So yeah. Okay, acetic acid. Okay, that one is new because that one is none of the category we have go over yet. So on the reader it says aqueous acid. So there's 4 into a different category. So they're named differently. Okay, but overall you still want to know. Okay, in acid. Okay, overall you still follow those trends. I will say unfortunately the polyatomic anion that's play around with ionic name still going to play around with category of here. So you just polyatomic anion just got to have them. Okay, specifically those applies for ionic compound and aqueous acid. And in aqueous acid, you're actually going to some of them you're actually going to change it more based on I think something like the eight or whatever. So you just change them into either something near hydrogen in the front, hyper or something like that. Okay.
So it's just the polyatomic anions though, not the cations.
Okay, polyatomic anion, as it is, when they apply to the acid, we change whatever the name accordingly to their corresponding acid. What's in common of acid? They need to have a hydrogen plus. That's why it's anion, because the cation is hydrogen plus, right? Okay, so this one is
Okay, so since they already have the plus from the H, the only possibility is the negative.
Yeah, makes sense? Okay, so let's kill the last one. It's already 2 o'clock. Okay, the last one is an organic compound. How do I know them? Organic compound in your 2A, I'm very likely only to give you carbon, hydrogen. Some will have a little bit of oxygen and nitrogen, but won't be anything else. Very likely only carbon and hydrogen. So how do you know? When you see something like a C, something H, that's also CnHn. Sort of, you feel like there could be oxygen, could be nitrogen, but when you see sort of like that, that's organic, and you should use the rules of organic. In this particular case, if there are only carbon and the hydrogen, that's something called alkane, which they all end with ANE. If they end with ANE, what you need to do is find how many total carbon number. In here, 1, there are 4 here because there's a 4, and there's a 1. So 1 plus 4 plus 1 equals to 6. and you're going to find their prefix. Don't use the molecular one, use the organic one. Because there are 6, so this is actually going to be hexane. A-N-E, A-N-E. Are we good?
How did you get the AIM?
Okay, A-N-E, when you only see C-N-H, very likely I'm only going to ask this type of question, okay? More, if will be required, I'll let you know. But so far, you are very likely only going to see C something, H something. In your case, I'm probably going to only ask A and E, okay?
Okay, so do you also count the hydrogens or just the carbons?
Just the carbon.